I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. We have a special guest here today. It's Rabbi, and he's streaming 24/7 since, well, let him tell you. We're going to go ahead and get into the conversation.
Instantaneously into any language.
Entonces esto traduce cualquier cosa instantáneamente a cualquier idioma.
Wow. Did you develop that yourself?
Oh, no, I did not. I developed the app that you saw on that presentation that I gave, but I just purchased one of these. So these are available on Amazon, but really it's so amazing because of the speed and the amount of languages that it does. If you can see, I can scroll through here and you can just see it does just about any kind of language in the world. Everything, the first language that it has on here, man, it has a lot of them. It's probably like Albanian, I'm guessing,
Wow.
and the last one is like Zulu or something. It's really amazing. Afrikaans actually is the first one that it has. So Albanian is second. So it's really something that I feel like technologically perhaps people didn't know we had devices like this, and you're just able to communicate instantaneously. I live in Southern California, and really more people speak Spanish here than they do English. And so to be able to have a device like this, I really feel like will change the world.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can speak any language into that and then, translate it. I mean, if you're lost in a different country, you're definitely going to be able to communicate, especially
Exactly.
if you have to, the embassy, the bathroom, food. I mean,
Exactly.
all the basics.
And yes, we have Google Translate like on our phone, but we never had one device that just you always had it. It was always ready. You didn't have to text anyone or you were on another phone. You could just, it was really something that I thought was neat. Another thing that I think is very neat is this. It's called the USB lighter. Now, this isn't mine, but it is something that I feel is a really important invention in society. So what is this? This is creating electricity using, it's creating an electrical current that can light things like a lighter, and you don't have to use combustion. And why this is important, particularly within Judaism, is for the electric car. See, within Judaism, generally, we don't have combustion on Shabbat, so we can't drive. But inventions like this help to be workarounds that will really transform at least Judaism as I know it, but I think society as we know it too, because a lot of other people have these types of issues where perhaps you can't light something, you can't have combustion for one reason or another, you can't have smoke or something. It's a really nice piece of technology that I think is really neat. So that's another thing that I have. There are just some movements out there that I really I think they're just general movements, and I don't know why people won't talk about them anymore. World peace, first and foremost. When you were a kid, people talked about world peace. They had music about world peace. We were coming together. I mean, I was just singing your songs. So you had Come Together, Beatles from 2021, and I just duetted with you just right before this. You can see it if you watch my streams. And when you listen to those words, it's the Beatles come together right now over me, whatever that means, but come together. Nobody's doing that anymore. And so I really feel like providing a platform for people to be able to come with their concerns and things and really have a leader in society to be able to say, all right, well, let's try to have some type of cohesion and some kind of discussion on world peace, because no one out there is talking about world peace. I haven't heard world peace in media being discussed perhaps this millennium. I mean, but it was being discussed in the 60s.
Right. And it just kind of died down. Now it's like you're seeing people be persecuted for their skin, for their religion, for their this, for their that. And it's like, guys, we are on Earth. That means we are earthlings.
That's right.
And excuse me, you have a right to whatever you want to believe, but in the end, we're still people having an experience here. And I shouldn't be persecuted because of the color of my skin or my religion or where I'm from or my country. I mean, literally, that messes me up.
It bothers me.
It absolutely bothers me.
And one that I want to include in there is gender. Gender is not being discussed, and especially in technology. I have a trump card, so to speak. I mean to say I have a checkmate on all of technology right now. What is that? It generally discriminates against men and women based on the areola, on nipples. If I'm on YouTube right now and I show nipples on YouTube, I don't get in trouble as a man, but if I'm a
Right.
woman, I lose my stream. I lose my way to produce for myself. And if I have a wife or I have daughters and just an accident happens where some piece of their skin shows, they lose their ability to provide for themselves, and then they can't even appeal their suspension over something so little as
Yeah.
skin.
Yeah.
I can't stand discrimination based on color or of
Yeah.
anything on skin.
Yeah.
It's really an organ of the body. And
It
so
really is.
for women, for people of color, I'm here for everyone. I mean, as much as I can be.
Right. You know, in the natural sense, a woman's breasts are not sexual.
No,
They're for the baby.
exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
we have sexualized an organ that is milk producing, just like the udders of a cow.
Exactly.
And if a woman has to breastfeed their child in public, you got so many people, and I did that with both my children, and it's so important that you do that, whether you pump or whether you do it naturally. You know, it's so important because that milk is specially made for your baby. Because what your body does is when the baby sucks, the body determines, oh, the baby's sick. It needs more of this. It needs more of that. That's what the breasts are for.
It
Not that
adapts
you're going to
essentially
flaunt
to what
it,
your baby.
right? Not that you're
Right.
going to flaunt it, but that it's a natural thing. If I'm in the middle of someplace in the bus or something, and I got my kid, you know, my baby, and my baby has to drink and eat. I mean, what is he? What are you going to do?
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly. If we were in a village together, that's
right,
exactly what would happen, and no one would care. So we're
right,
in a professional workspace. I understand. Me, I mean, frankly, I'd be fine anywhere. You want to do it in the boardroom? That's absolutely fine. It's like sneezing to me. It's like a natural thing. If you may had to do it, you got to do it. But
right.
lactation rooms are very, very important, and putting those in the workplace. I mean, I'm a big advocate for that, and not just, oh, we have one. No, it has to be wherever you have people ever. It has to be like a restroom because you're going
Mm-hmm.
to have people who have
Yes,
children, and they shouldn't see it as a negative on their professional career. And I really feel
definitely.
like I just I'm very much an advocate for women, and I'm very much an advocate for people just skin, not just any kind of skin. I don't think you should be able to discriminate against it, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. Meaning like
Right.
it's skin, just as we discussed.
Yep.
So those are a couple points that I have. Other things that I have are like technological advances that we talked about.
Right.
Really, I feel as if this gives people a platform to be able, well, in my opinion, to study humanity in a way that we've never studied humanity before. If you've ever seen the Jim Carrey movie, The Truman Show, where
Yes.
the world just watches this person and falls in love with them and grows bonds with them, I really feel like that's exactly what's going to happen. I had a podcast this morning with someone in Australia, and they said to me, "You're going to be the biggest celebrity in the world." And it's absolutely true. I have more content online than any person in mankind. And what does that mean? Content is king. Bill Gates coined it in 1996. What I find is a Sumner Redstone distribution is a hard thing to get it out, to get the word, because there's so much out there to be able to
Yeah.
get through. But being on podcasts and talking to people and really making real connections, I feel is much better than just a social media post or something. Not that that doesn't help, but
Right.
I can tell we're talking about world peace here. People haven't, your listeners, perhaps maybe you talk about it all the time. And if you do, that's wonderful. I want to keep advocating for that. And, but they're going to hear things that they haven't perhaps heard before. And really, I have no fear. I don't feel like anyone should be able to tell me what I can say or what you can say. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me. And it's just like whatever you want to say, and I want to hear it because I can tell you I've changed a lot in my life. And
Mm-hmm.
maybe I had one opinion when I was young, and it's changed now because of all kind of knowledge, information, all kinds of things. I think everyone has those kinds of things, and people can share the journey, and to be able to do it online and not just one camera angle. It's 360 degrees, so you can watch basically from above, you can watch from the sides, you can watch me. I mean, if you want, I go to the bathroom I take showers, I eat, sleep, everything on some kind of social media. So YouTube's tough to shower because of the nudity issue. So I'll take like a phone into TikTok and just do it that way. But really, I try to make it so that I have absolutely no boundaries. I want people to be able to see there's no filter, and I have no fear. I have no relationship with any person of the past where I feel like they're going to come back and or I've ever done them wrong. I'm quite proud of the relationships that I've had with people, and hopefully one day they'd be able to say, you know, we knew him when he was only, you know, just a little guy, so to speak, before he started this and really started trying to help the world. So I mean, kind of to conclude, that's I would say overall, I want to help world peace. I want people out there to know that they have a voice, especially if they feel like that perhaps they were maybe a person of color or someone who was a minority of any kind in society. I'm also the first LGBTQ plus Orthodox rabbi. Now, what does that mean? Well, I consider myself plus. What does that mean? I mean, I'm not gonna down on anybody for doing whatever, but I'm curious. I'm experimenting. I don't know. I'm not gonna close the door on anything, but I am legally that, and that's a thing in the state of California. When you're legally that, that's a thing. And also, I'm the first Jew to have a hat in my picture, in my ID picture. So
Wow.
that's a neat thing too. Not everybody has that. And so I think there's a lot of neat things here that people one day will be like, hey, this is really something. And particularly when it comes to content. When you say content is king, there are certain commodities in the world that are really important. Water is number two. Gold is up there, petroleum is up there, but number one, which is overtaking everything, is data. And when society starts to be able to see we can watch a human whenever we want, I really feel like there'll be a connection globally. So I'm really excited about that. Yeah, yeah. And I really appreciate your time.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to ask you, the biggest question I have right now is why did you begin this journey?
Great question. I started videotaping my golf swing at Tiger Woods' golf course out here in California. And I wanted to watch my rhythm. And I would do kind of some sticks, some stand up when I would do it. And it was really funny, or at least when I would come back and watch it, it was really funny. And so what I did is I ended up having, just one moment, I'll show you quite a few of these. Um, in fact, just hundreds of these little uh, memory disks. So I have, on top of everything that I have uploaded, I have memory disks for me golfing and being all over California. And the only reason they're not uploaded, it just takes so long to upload with all the streaming. I mean, we're really in society where download speeds have not made up with where upload speeds are, and it just takes too long. But I would say the thing that really inspired me was my golf swing. I started watching my golf swing, and then didn't really feel so uncomfortable on camera. And then I came home one day, and I think one of my cameras probably was still going. I was like, well, let's see what happens. There was not one day where I felt like I had to start streaming. I remember reluctantly doing it. And the funniest thing I think is my original streams. I'm in a suit and tie. I'm in a black hat. I'm very, very formal and everything, just like everyone would be. And now here I am. I'm in my underwear. I'm in my shirt, and that's just how it is. And you would
Yeah.
find society would watch me through time just get more and more formal, essentially, because you
Wow.
get more and more comfortable with the camera as time goes.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So is this just going in your home, or this is 24/7 you're saying? So do you go out anywhere? Do you go to
I do.
engagements? Do you go to Shabbos? How do you do this?
I do Shabbos on camera. So every week we light candles. We do the blessing over bread. We do kiddush. We do wine. And then the next day we daven. I daven every single day. So I don tefillin, and I previous to this was COVID. So I was going to shul every single day. I went 666 straight days, and then COVID hit. And with everything that happened with shul during COVID, I started davening, or what's called praying, online. And so I'm able to watch service as I do it at home virtually every morning if I need. And so that's a kind of a new thing that has happened since COVID. And so I do that. When it comes to going out, yeah, I've gone as far north on camera as like Santa Barbara, California, as far south as pretty close to San Diego, Disneyland, Rodeo Drive, um, Long Beach, and a lot of that is still on here. Some of it is on TikTok and some other platforms. YouTube has an interesting thing that basically it won't let you just create videos and stream live if you don't have a lot of subscribers. So I had to build up some subscribers before being able to do that. Last time I went out was I live in Irvine, so I went to a store in Irvine and I had it all on camera, and that was Sunday night, and then I'll go again tonight probably. And so you get to see me. I call those field trips, where you get to see me out and about, and it's really neat too, because what I try to do is, usually those places are pretty close. I have a car, but usually it's really hard to stream and drive, and you don't want to do it. It's pretty dangerous. So I try to walk there, and so you get the walk there, and my interaction with people, and it's very funny because the people who work at the stores know that I'm basically the guy who's always streaming and always going, and it's just become part of life. And it's really something I feel is really one day going to perhaps revolutionize society. I'm really excited for it.
I am too. I am too. So ultimately, I know that you want to be the one that has, content is king and all that, but ultimately, what do you want to come out of this?
Well, there's this little shul, this little synagogue that burned down in New York City in 2019, and it never was rebuilt. And if I could ever get like the word out to the people in New York, I would like that rebuilt. I think that'd be really nice to rebuild that synagogue. That's like a little thing I'd like to do. A big thing is really, I want people to come together, talk to their neighbors, talk to their friends, be able to connect, be able to, what are things that we discuss on the self-improvement, spirituality, advanced technology, overall well-being, taking care of yourself, and then some new things that that we kind of explore together. Hey, I didn't know what ASMR was before all of this started. Now we watch ASMR almost daily. So there are many kinds of new kind of things about which I didn't know before any of this. I would say, at least when it comes to the amount of accounts that I have, you can just see, at least streaming now, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't ever find anybody with more than one. No one ever has more than one streaming. I have 5 going right now. And if you just type in hashtag Viral Rabbi into YouTube, you can always find me. Just search by live. They're always going. I have people who fall asleep to the stream. I have people who eat to the stream, all over the world, as far away as Australia, as close as California, and everywhere in between. The one issue that I have, since they're 24 hours a day, I don't always have someone in the stream. I always have someone in at least one of the streams, but there's not always someone in all 5 of the streams. So if you're ever in a stream like, oh, there's no one here, go to one of the other streams. There's probably someone there. So you'd be able to find someone. People make friends. People make connections. And I'm sure, you'll see how it is with networking. And when you're on social media, it happens very naturally.
Yes, it does. It does. It does. Do you answer questions and do you go back and forth with people?
Absolutely, especially in the chat. So
Awesome.
Anything that anybody wants. In fact, if people really want to talk, it was like 2 a.m. last week, and somebody wanted to talk, and we just talked on the phone for like 2 hours, and they just wanted to ask questions. And their name is Wesley. Pardon me. They're from West Virginia. They moved there from Chicago. We heard about their whole story, and they follow me now. But that's not why I do it. I want to hear what they have to say, and it's somewhat entertaining to me. But I really want to help people. That's just something I generally want to do.
Wow. Well, Rabbi, thank you so much for being on the show, man. There's just so much you're doing. And it's like, a lot of people don't realize that you can make a stand and your voice will be heard. Sometimes it's just something that happens.
Exactly.
That is amazing.
I want to thank you. Thank you so much for your time. If I could ask your listeners and watchers, if you can, go to hashtag Viral Rabbi in YouTube and filter by live. You'll always be able to find me. ViralRabbi.com is my website.
Awesome. We're going to go ahead and put that in the description box below, as well as on the screen, so that you guys can find Viral Rabbi up there in the screen. Go ahead, check it out, subscribe, like, and then if you have any questions, I know some of you guys are going to have questions. Go ahead and go to that stream on YouTube and ask away.
I'll answer immediately. Thank you so much, Yaya.
No problem. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to dare to be different. Until next time, guys. Well, if you're watching Viral Rabbi, it's just until a couple of seconds, and then now it's to pass. And just keep going. All right.
That's right.
Thank you. And have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.